The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Ready.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Herbert. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Able to push his way through. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and this will complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
19. There we go. 24. Check 4. I got to check this up.
from the red zone now. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes
you're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the to do so there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here. To his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Down, 50, clear.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw is Watson, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On first down, Dobbins, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, Dobbins, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, orbit. Go.
To throw again. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
36.
On first down, it's Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Here we go.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's Breida. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Watson on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Being chased out left. And some space here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson off play action. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Watson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Watson. Buying time to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Stills the intended target. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Watson steps away to his... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Faking the give. Now Watson. Here's Fuller with a catch. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. And
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Come get some. He don't want it. 54. Bring it.
On second and a yard. Watson forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Breida. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. This is Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. To throw again on second down. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Texans.
On first and 10, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this is back. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Breida, 35 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Chips over here. Chips over here. There's overload. Overload. Take four. Take four. And go.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?